National Affairs. PM Modi addressed One World TB Summit at Varanasi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 24 March addressed the One World TB Summit at Rudrakush Convention Centre at Varanasi. To mark World Tuberculosis Day, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, MOHFW, and the Stop TB Partnership are organizing the summit. The official pan-India rollout of Abbreviated TB Preventive Treatment, TPT. Family-Centered Care Model for TB and India's Annual TB Report 2023 released. In March 2018, during the NTB Summit held in New Delhi, the Prime Minister called for India to achieve SDG targets related to TB by 2025, 5 years ahead of schedule. Income Tax Debt launches mobile app AIS for taxpayers. The Income Tax Department has launched a free mobile app named AIS for taxpayers. Taxpayers can use the app to view their information related to tax deducted at source, TDS, interest, dividends, share transactions, tax payments, income tax refunds, and other information. They can also view GST data and foreign remittances available in Annual Information Statement, AIS. Environment Minister Bhupender Yadav chairs 1 Cent General Body Meeting of NCSCM. Union Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change Bhupender Yadav chaired the 1 Cent General Body Meeting of National Centre for Sustainable Coastal Management, NCSCM, on 22 March in New Delhi. He emphasized the blue economy, which focuses on sustainable and climate-resilient coastal infrastructure and livelihoods of coastal communities. The minister also directed the NCSCM to contribute to Mission Mishti, Mangrove Initiative for Shoreline Habitats and Tangible Income, for mangrove conservation with a focus on generating income for coastal communities. Jindal Steel gets BIS license to manufacture India's first fire-resistant steel. Jindal Steel Power has received BIS certification for manufacturing India's first fire-resistant steel structures at its rail mill and special profile mill in Raigad, Chhattisgarh. The hot-roll structural steel, manufactured as per IS 15103 standards, shall be capable of withstanding temperatures up to 600 degrees Celsius for a maximum duration of 3 hours, and can be used in high-temperature or fire-prone areas. Rahul Gandhi jailed for 2 years in Modi surname case of 2019. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi was on 23 March 2023 sentenced to 2 years imprisonment in a 2019 criminal defamation case over his remarks about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's surname by Chief Judicial Magistrate H. Verma, Surat Court in Gujarat. The court granted bail to Gandhi on a bond of 15,000 rupees and stayed the sentence for 30 days to allow him to appeal. Addressing a rally in Wayanad, Karnataka ahead of the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, Rahul Gandhi made this remark: "Why is Modi is in the names of all thieves, be it Nirav Modi, Lalit Modi and Narendra Modi?" Representation of the People Act, 1951. Any elected representative who is convicted of any offence for a period of 2 years or more faces immediate disqualification under the Representation of the People Act, 1951. India's first National Centre of Excellence in Green Port and Shipping inaugurated in Gurugram, Haryana. Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, MoPSW, Sarbananda Sonowal has inaugurated India's first National Centre of Excellence in Green Port and Shipping, GoINS, at Gurugram in Haryana. The country's first National Centre of Excellence in Green Port and Shipping, GoINS, is the result of collaboration between the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, and the Energy and Resources Institute, TERI. Then GoINS will act as the nodal entity for the industry, and plans to make India a global hub for green shipbuilding by 2030. Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 14, states to sustainably manage and protect marine and coastal ecosystems from pollution, conserve and sustainable use of ocean-based resources. A target has been set for Indian ports to reduce carbon emissions per ton of cargo by 30% by 2030. AIM launches stories of change for promoting grassroots innovations. Atal Innovation Mission AIM launched the Stories of Change, a series of captivating journeys of 15 changemakers from grassroots. These stories of impact creators from across India are aimed at inspiring entrepreneurs. The Atal Innovation Mission AIM is a flagship initiative set up by the Niti Aayog in 2016 to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in India. Call Before You Dig app launched by PM Narendra Modi on 22 March 2023 launched an app called Call Before You Dig. It will help prevent uncoordinated digging that results in damage to underground utility assets like optical fiber cables, costing the government thousands of crores every year. It has been developed by the Department of Telecommunications and the Bhaskaracharya Institute for Space Applications and Geoinformatics. Panchayati Raj Ministry's project of Panchayat clusters aims to create 250 model Gram Panchayat clusters across India. The progress of the project for creating 250 model Gram Panchayat clusters across India was reviewed recently by Union Rural Development and Panchayati Raj Minister Giriraj Singh. Its purpose is to set up 250 model Gram Panchayat clusters across the country. Khalistan issue. Amritpal Singh, a follower of the Sikh militant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale, who has been preaching the idea of Khalistan separatist movement in Punjab for a few months, has managed to escape. The Khalistan movement is a fight for a separate, sovereign Sikh state in present-day Punjab, both India and Pakistan. The movement was crushed in India following Operation Blue Star, 1984, and Operation Black Thunder, 1986 and 1988, but it continues to evoke sympathy and support among sections of the Sikh population, especially in the Sikh diaspora in countries such as Canada, the UK, and Australia. Narendra Singh Tomar inaugurates AgriUnifest in Bangalore. Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Narendra Singh Tomar on 15 March inaugurated a 5-day cultural program, AgriUnifest in Bangalore. It was organized by Bangalore Agricultural University in collaboration with the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICA. US recognizes McMahon Line as international border. The United States has recognized the McMahon Line as the international boundary between Arunachal Pradesh and China in a recently passed bipartisan resolution, calling it an integral part of India. The resolution rejected Beijing's claim that the northeastern state Arunachal Pradesh falls under Chinese territory. In addition to recognizing the McMahon Line, the resolution also condemned Chinese provocations in the region, including the use of military force by China to change the status quo at the line of actual control. The resolution, titled Reaffirmation of Arunachal Pradesh as Indian Territory and Condemnation of China's Provocative Activities in South Asia, came after a major clash between the Indian and Chinese forces in Arunachal's Tawang in December last year. The McMahon Line serves as the de facto border between China and India in the eastern region. It specifically represents the border between Arunachal Pradesh and Tibet, from Bhutan in the west to Myanmar in the east. The McMahon Line was drawn during the Simla Convention of 1914, officially described as a convention between Great Britain, China and Tibet. Green National Highway Corridor project to be implemented in 4 states India and the World Bank have signed a loan agreement for the construction of the Green National Highway Corridors project, GNHCP, in 4 states. These 4 states are Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. Agreement has been signed for construction of 781-kilometer Green National Highway corridor in these states with a line of credit of $500 million. Drug developed using DRDO technology gets DCGI approval. A critical drug developed on a DRDO technology for radiological and nuclear emergencies has received approval from the Drugs Controller General of India, DCGI. The drug Prussian blue insoluble formulations was developed under the Technology Development Fund, TDF. The TDF was launched primarily for creating an ecosystem for promoting self-reliance by building indigenous state-of-the-art systems for defense application. This drug will be available under the trade names Pridicorp and Prudcorp. The Drug Controller General of India, DCGI, is the head of the Central Drug Standard Control Organization, CDSCO, in India. Mandavia flags off 75 trucks for awareness drive against tuberculosis. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia on flagged off 75 trucks with tuberculosis, TB, awareness messages that have been provided by Apollo Tyres Foundation, who are supporting the Nikshay scheme. Synergized with the clarion call of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji to end TB in the country 5 years ahead of the SDG 2030 target, more than 71,000 Kishe Mitras have come forward. India has set a target to eliminate TB by 2025. TB is caused by a bacterium called Mycobacterium tuberculosis, belonging to the Mycobacteriaceae family consisting of about 200 members. Nikshay Poshan Yojana. The NPY was launched in 2018 by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It aims to support every tuberculosis (TB) patient by providing a direct benefit transfer (DBT) of ₹500 per month for nutritional needs. Over 21% of rural households said that most of their members had no access to any toilet, a government survey has revealed. As per the latest survey, the highest number of rural households with no access to any type of toilet was in Jharkhand 41.3%. This was followed by households in Odisha 36.4%, Bihar 33.4%, Madhya Pradesh 28.3%, and Rajasthan 28.1%. The highest number of households with no access to any type of toilet in urban areas was reported in Odisha 19.1%. PM Mitra Parks. The Government of India recently announced the sites for setting up of 7 PM Mega Integrated Textile Regions and Apparel, PM Mitra, Parks for the textile industry. 7 sites were chosen out of 18 proposals for PM Mitra Parks which were received from 13 states. The parks will come up in Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Gujarat, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. PM Mitra. Its full form is Pradhan Mantri Mega Integrated Textile Region and Apparel. PM Mitra Park is inspired by the 5F vision of the Hobbieli Prime Minister from farm to fiber to factory to fashion to foreign. The Ministry of Textiles will provide financial assistance in the form of development capital assistance of up to ₹500 crore per park. BIS launches Learning Science via Standards initiative to benefit students. The Bureau of Indian Standards, BIS, has launched the Learning Science via Standards initiative to promote science learning among school students. This program aims to improve students' learning outcomes in science and promote an interest in science education by providing them with access to national and international standards related to science. Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying released Basic Animal Husbandry Statistics 2022 feet. Union Minister, FAHD, Shri Purushottam Rupala has unveiled the department's annual publication, Basic Animal Husbandry Statistics 2022. It is the primary source of data on production estimates of 4 major livestock products, MLPs, like milk, egg, meat and wool for the year 2021 to 2022. Milk production. The total milk production in India in 2021 to 2022 was 221.06 million tons, which keeps it the largest milk-producing country in the world. There was an increase of 5.9% in the production as compared to the previous year. The top 5 major milk-producing states are Rajasthan, 15.05%, Uttar Pradesh, 14.93%. Egg production. The total egg production was 129.60 billion and is 6.19% higher than the previous year. The top 5 egg-producing states are Andhra Pradesh, 20.41%. Meat production. The total meat production in the country was 9.9 million tons, which is 5.62% higher than the previous year. Meat production from poultry is contributing about 51.44% of the total production. The top 5 meat-producing states are Maharashtra, 12.25%. Wool. The total wool production in the country during 2021 से 22 was 33.18 tons, which decreased by 10.30% as compared to the previous year. The top 5 major wool-producing states are Rajasthan, 45.91%. Lakhi Mela has started at Kaila Devi Shaktipeeth in Karoli district of Rajasthan. Sagar Parikrama Phase 4 began in Karnataka. The fourth phase of Sagar Parikrama began on March, covering 3 coastal districts of Karnataka. According to the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, the fourth phase of the Sagar Parikrama program took place from March. It covered 3 districts, Uttara Kannada, Udupi and Dakshina Kannada districts of Karnataka. About Sagar Parikrama: it is a maritime evolutionary journey to be organized in all coastal states UTs through sea route to show solidarity with all fishermen, fish farmers and concerned stakeholders. COVID-19 found in raccoon dogs in China strengthens natural origin theory. A new analysis of genetic data collected from the Huanan seafood market in Wuhan, China, has linked coronavirus to raccoon dogs, adding evidence to the belief that the pandemic might have originated from the infected animals sold at the site. International Affairs. Interpol withdraws red notice against Mehul Choksi. Interpol has withdrawn the Red Corner Notice, RCN, issued against Mehul Choksi, the main accused in the 13,500 crore PNB loan scam case. Mehul Choksi is the owner of Geetanjali Group, a jewellery firm with 4,000 stores in India. He, along with his nephew Nirav Modi, is a culprit in the 13,500 crore Punjab National Bank (PNB) scam. Choksi and Modi are accused of issuing fake letters of undertaking, loan, and foreign letters of credit to companies owned by them in connivance with bank officials. Interpol Headquarter Lyon, France. PEO&JA Synthesis Report released by IPCC. The IPCC finalized the 6th Synthesis Report, PEO&JA Synthesis Report, during the 58th session of the panel held in Interlaken, Switzerland from 13 to 19 March 2023. The first section of this report, Current Status and Trends, covers the historical and current periods. The second section, the Long-Term Climate and Development Future, addresses the projected future to 2100 and beyond. This section, Near-Term Responses to a Changing Environment, considers the current international policy time frame and the time interval between years 2030 to 2040. Report highlights. The report clearly acknowledges the role of human activities in global warming, with global surface temperatures reaching 1.1 degrees Celsius above 1850 to 1900 in 2011 to 2020. With a global temperature increase of 1.1 degrees Celsius, widespread changes in the climate system are now being observed in every region of the world, from rising sea levels to more extreme weather events and faster sea ice melting. The report states that there is a more than 50% chance that global temperature rise will reach or exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius between 2021 and 2040. At current high emission levels, it may reach this limit only by the year 2037. Second Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity, IPF, held in Bali, Indonesia. An interministerial delegation from India, led by the Department of Commerce, participated in the Second Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity, IPF, negotiation round in Bali, Indonesia from March 2023. UN 2023 Water Conference is set to be held on New York, USA. The UN 2023 Water Conference, formerly known as the 2023 Conference for the Midterm Comprehensive Review of Implementation of the UN Decade for Action on Water and Sanitation, 2018 to 2028, will take place at UN headquarters in New York, March 2023. 2023, co-hosted by the government of Tajikistan and the Kingdom of the Netherlands. UNESCO released UN World Water Development Report 2020 to groundwater, making the invisible visible. The UN World Water Development Report 2020 to groundwater, making the invisible visible, was officially launched by the UNESCO Director General at the opening ceremony of the 9th World Water Forum in Dakar, Senegal, on 21 March 2022. Utility Bidders Deforestation Report, India ranked second. The Deforestation Report by Utility Bidder has revealed that India has seen the highest surge in deforestation in the past 30 years. The country lost 384,000 hectares of forests between 1990 and 2000. But the figure rose to 668,400 between 2015 and 2020. This trend makes India the second largest country with deforestation after Brazil. Japan plans $75 billion investment across Indo-Pacific to counter China. Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida announced a new plan to promote an open and free Indo-Pacific, promising billions of dollars in investment to help economies across the region in everything from industry to disaster prevention. The plan he announced in New Delhi is seen as Tokyo's bid to forge stronger ties with countries in South and Southeast Asia to counter China's growing assertiveness there. Chatgupta's rival Falcon LLM launched in Abu Dhabi. Technology Innovation Institute, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates launches Falcon LLM, a large language model with 40 billion parameters, trained on 1 trillion tokens, and has been made by AI Cross Center Unit and Digital Science Research Center. The full form of Falcon LLM is Foundational Large Language Model. LLM has a wide range of applications including chatbots, virtual assistants, language translation, content generation, and sentiment analysis. Bangladesh commissions its first submarine base. Bangladesh PM Sheikh Hasina inaugurated the first submarine base of Bangladesh BNS Sheikh Hasina at Pekuya in Cox's Bazar, in March 2023. Bangladesh Government has been working on Forces Goal 2030 feet to transform its military force into a modern organization. Sri Lanka to come under IMF's governance diagnostic exercise. Sri Lanka will be the first country in Asia to undergo a governance diagnostic exercise by the International Monetary Fund. It will assess corruption and governance vulnerabilities in the debt-trapped country. IMF's Executive Board has approved a 48-month extended arrangement under its Extended Fund Facility with an amount of SDR 2.286 billion to help Sri Lanka overcome its economic crisis. UK introduces smartphone emergency alert system for its citizens. The British government has introduced a new emergency alert service for its citizens. The government has announced that a siren-like alert will be sent to mobile phone users across the UK next month. The service will be a part to test a new public warning system over life-threatening events such as severe weather events. Poland to be first NATO member to give MiG-29 fighter jets to Ukraine. Polish President Andrzej Duda said Warsaw would deliver an initial batch of 4 MiG-29 fighter jets to Ukraine, in what would be the first such shipment by a NATO member. Ukraine has repeatedly asked its Western allies to send warplanes, although seeking primarily modern US-made F-16s, but so far no Western countries had committed to give jets to Kyiv. With $230 billion funds, South Korea to build world's largest chip center. Samsung Electronics said on Wednesday it expects to invest $300 trillion $230 billion over the next 20 years as part of an ambitious South Korean national project to build the world's largest semiconductor manufacturing base near the capital, Seoul. The chip-making mega-cluster, which will be established in Gyeonggi province by 2042, will be anchored by 5 new semiconductor plants built by Samsung. Taiwan unveils first portable attack drone amid rising tensions with China. Taiwan unveiled its first portable attack drone on Tuesday, an unmanned aerial vehicle similar to a US model used in Ukraine's fight against Russia, as China steps up military pressure on the island. The military-run National Changshan Institute of Science and Technology, NCSIST, showed off its new loitering munition drone, which is similar to the US-made Switchblade 300 currently used by Ukrainian soldiers. UK to invest over $10 million in Rolls-Royce Moon nuclear reactor. The UK Space Agency, UKSA, said it would invest a significant amount in Rolls-Royce project to produce nuclear power on the Moon. The UKSA outlined how researchers from Rolls-Royce had been working on a microreactor program to develop technology that will provide the power needed for humans to live and work on the Moon. The government agency will now invest $2.9 million, around $10.52 million, in the project in order to deliver an initial demonstration of a UK lunar modular nuclear reactor. Bilateral Ground Station of India-Bhutan satellite established in Thimphu, Bhutan with the help of ISRO. The Ground Station of India-Bhutan satellite built with the help of ISRO in Thimphu, Bhutan has been inaugurated on 13 March 2023. It is also known as the ISRO Nano Satellite 2 for Bhutan, INS-2B. It was launched on 26 November 2022 as a payload on ISRO's PSLV-C-54 rocket. It has been jointly developed by the scientists of both the countries. Nepal-India Literature Festival concludes with Biratnagar Declaration. The 3-day Nepal-India Literature Festival concluded in March with the adoption of a 10-point Biratnagar Declaration. The festival was jointly organized by Biratnagar Metropolitan City and Krantidhara Literature Academy of Meerut, India. The declaration included translating Nepali literature into Hindi and Hindi into Nepali for mutual promotion. PM Narendra Modi holds delegation-level talks with his Japanese PM. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral delegation-level talks with Japanese Prime Minister Kishida Fumio in New Delhi on 20 March. PM Modi informed that year 2023 is unique as India and Japan will hold the presidency of G20 and G7 respectively. India-Sri Lanka inaugurate exhibition. Jeffrey Bawa in New Delhi. India's External Affairs Minister, S. Jaishankar, inaugurated the Jeffrey Bawa. The exhibition, which is a joint collaboration between the National Gallery of Modern Art in New Delhi, the High Commission of Sri Lanka in New Delhi, and the Jeffrey Bawa Trust, showcases the architectural works of Sri Lanka's renowned architect, the late Jeffrey Bawa. The Gorsam Kora festival, popularly known as the French festival held between India and Bhutan. India and Luxembourg release joint commemorative postage stamp. India and Luxembourg celebrating 75 years of friendship on 15 March 2023. To mark the occasion, both the countries launched a joint commemorative postage stamp PM Modi with Bangladeshi counterpart Sheikh Hasina to inaugurate first cross-border energy pipeline between two countries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bangladesh counterpart Sheikh Hasina jointly inaugurated the over 130 kilometers long India-Bangladesh Friendship Diesel Pipeline. It is the first ever cross-border energy pipeline between the two countries built at an estimated cost of 377 crore rupees, which will supply high-speed diesel to 7 northern districts of Bangladesh initially. IBFP is the first cross-border energy pipeline between India and Bangladesh with a capacity to transport 8 million metric ton per annum (MMTPA) of high-speed diesel (HSD) to Bangladesh. The fuel transport deal will be effective for 15 years with an option for further extension. The foundation stone for the construction of this pipeline was laid by both the Prime Ministers in September 2018. Numaligarh Refinery Limited has been supplying petroleum products to Bangladesh since 2015. This is the second cross-border energy pipeline between India and its neighbors. Nepal, India agreed to formulate modality to supply electricity to Indian states via Bihar. Nepal and India have agreed to formulate a modality to supply electricity from Nepal to multiple states of India through central transmission line via Bihar grid. The 14th meeting of the Nepal-India Power Exchange Committee concluded on March in New Delhi. More. Himachal Pradesh signs MoU with French agency worth ₹817.12 crore. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu signed an MoU of ₹817 crore project with the French development agency Agence Française de Développement (AFD) to improve drinking water and sanitation services in the state. LT signs agreement with France-based PEO&JA for electrolyzer manufacturing. Larsen Tobro LT, an Indian multinational that specializes in EPC projects, high-tech manufacturing, and services, has signed a binding agreement with PEO&JA Energy, a leading electrolyzer technology and manufacturing company based in France. NTPC Green Energy Limited, NGL, Inc.'s pact with Indian Oil Corporation NGL, a wholly owned subsidiary of NTPC Limited, has signed a joint venture agreement with IOCL for setting up of renewable energy projects to meet power requirement of IOCL refineries. NGL has set an ambitious target of building a renewable generation portfolio of 60 GW over the next decade. Luxor has recently partnered with Germany's Schneider Pen to launch a premium line of creative writing tools in India. Luxor, the Indian stationery brand, has partnered with Germany's Schneider Pen to launch a premium line of creative writing tools in India. As part of this collaboration, Indian cricketing icon Virat Kohli has been named as the brand ambassador for Luxor. The partnership aims to increase the appeal of the stationery brand, particularly among the youth demographic, and establish Luxor as a top-performing writing instrument brand in India. Ministry of Steel signs MoU with selected companies under PLI scheme. Ministry of Steel signed MoUs with selected companies under the Production Linked Incentive (PLI) scheme for specialty steel in New Delhi. 57 MoUs from 27 companies covering 20 subcategories will be signed during the event. Microsoft Inc.'s licensing deal with cloud gaming provider Boosteroid. Microsoft strikes a deal to make Xbox PC video games available on the Boosteroid cloud gaming platform, its latest move to appease antitrust regulators scrutinizing its purchase of game maker Activision Blizzard. The US tech giant said the 10-year agreement would also include Activision Blizzard titles like the popular Call of Duty franchise if or when the acquisition gets approved. State News. Asia's largest 4-meter telescope inaugurated in Uttarakhand. Asia's largest 4-meter international liquid mirror telescope was launched in Devasthal in Uttarakhand on 21 March. It has been established at the Aryabhatta Research Institute of Observational Sciences, ARIES, located in Nainital, Uttarakhand. Rajasthan became the first state to enact an Advocate Protection Act for the protection of advocates. Rajasthan has become the first state in India to pass a law for the protection of lawyers. The Rajasthan State Legislature passed the Rajasthan Advocates Protection Bill by a voice vote after it was introduced in the Assembly last week. The Bar Council of India, BCI, recently urged the Rajasthan government to pass a law to protect advocates and their families. President Draupadi Murmu inaugurated the historic Rashtrapati Nilayam in Sikandarabad. President Draupadi Murmu opened the historic Rashtrapati Nilayam at Bolaram, Sikandarabad, Telangana, for the public on 22 March 2023. This is the first time this heritage building is being opened for the general public. Government approves installation of Statue of Knowledge dedicated to Ambedkar. On 13 April, a 70 feet tall statue of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar will be unveiled in Latur city, Maharashtra. The unveiling ceremony will take place in the presence of Union Ministers Kiran Rijiju and Ramdas Athwale, along with other dignitaries such as former Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis and State Minister Sanjay Bansode. Himanta Biswa Sarma launches Mission Lifestyle for Environment, Life, in Assam. Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, inaugurated the Mission Lifestyle for Environment, Life, in the state, which is a global mass movement led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. As part of the Mission Lifestyle for Environment, Life initiative, various week-long activities will be conducted across all districts in Assam. Gujarat government proposes Barda Wildlife Sanctuary as second home for Asiatic lions under Project Lion. The Gujarat government has proposed a second home for Asiatic lions in Gujarat at Barda Wildlife Sanctuary, about 100 kilometers from their current home in Gir National Park. A report on Lion @2047, a vision for Amritkal prepared by the Wildlife Institute of India for the Government of Gujarat has identified Barda as a possible site where a population of 40 adult and subadult lions can be accommodated in a larger landscape. Former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi launched Project Lion in 1972 as India's first species conservation program. Second SFWG meeting in Udaipur, Rajasthan from 21st to 23rd March 2023. The second G20 Sustainable Finance Working Group, SFWG, meeting under India's G20 presidency is set to take place in Udaipur, Rajasthan from 21st to 23rd March 2023. The first G20 Sustainable Finance Working Group, SFWG, was held in Guwahati, Assam on 2nd to 3rd February 2023. UAE's Emaar, first overseas company to start a megamall project in Kashmir. Emaar, a Dubai-based real estate developer, has become the first foreign company to invest in a megamall spread over 1 million square feet in Srinagar. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on 19 March laid the foundation stone of the mega mall of Srinagar to be built by Dubai's Emaar Group at Sempora area of the city. Emaar Group will invest a total of 500 rupees crore, including 250 rupees crore for the mega mall, and setting up IT towers in Jammu and Srinagar. The mall, a joint venture between Emaar and Delhi-based real estate firm Magna Waves Buildtech, is likely to be operational by 2026. Tripura's first butterfly park. A butterfly park set up by the Forest Department in a village near the India-Bangladesh international border in South Tripura district has become a center of attraction for tourists from across the country and Bangladesh. The Butterfly Eco Park at Chotkhola, close to Trishna Wildlife Sanctuary, is the first. Butterfly Park in the Northeast. Tripura has recently declared the common birdwing as the state butterfly. BRO opens strategic Jozila Pass in record 68 days. The Border Roads Organization, BRO, opened the strategic Jozila Pass located on the Greater Himalayan Range at an altitude of 11,650 feet, which acts as a gateway between Union territories of Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir. It remained closed for only 68 days this year as compared to 73 days last year and 1,60,180 days in the past. Likewise, the Razdan Pass, which provides the only road connectivity between the Gurez sector and the Kashmir Valley, has also been successfully reopened on Thursday after a gap of just 58 days. AHAR 2023, Asia's biggest international food and hospitality fair, begins in Delhi. The objective of AHAR 2023, which was put together with the help of the Union Ministry of Food Processing Industries, the Agriculture and Processed Food Projects Export Development Authority, APEDA, and other organizations, is to showcase the hospitality industry's potential and showcase technologies, goods, and services to both domestic and foreign consumers. The greatest four-day culinary event in India is called AHAR 2023, where wholesalers, caterers, hoteliers, and restaurant owners gather to source the best food, hospitality, and equipment as well as to assess industry trends. At the fair's major event, Culinary Art India, WAC-certified jury members from India and overseas will also assess the skill of more than 500 cooks. NIAT to set up green, self-powered desalination plant in Lakshadweep. The National Institute of Ocean Technology, NIAT, in March announced to set up of an emission-free desalination plant in Lakshadweep. Currently, the desalination plants, each of which provides at least 100,000 liters of potable water every day, are powered by diesel generator sets. Meghalaya gets electric trains for the first time. The Northeast Frontier Railway, NFR, announced that Meghalaya has got the electric train for the first time in March 2023. NFR has completed the electrification of Dudhnai-Mendipathar line section and Abhyapuri-Panchratna double line section on 15 March 2023. Mendipathar is the only railway station in the northeastern state of Meghalaya which is in operation since 2014. Jharkhand government launches job portal to ensure 75% local quota in PVT sector. The Jharkhand government on 17 March launched Jharniyojan portal where all private establishments have to register themselves. Its objective is to fulfill the state government's promise of ensuring 75% employments to local candidates in the private sector of the state. Employers using the portal will have to comply with the Jharkhand State Employment of Local Candidates in Private Sector Act, 2021 feet. WB government plans to appoint 600 young Gajamithras to protect elephants. In order to check the rising incidence of human-elephant conflict, HEC, West Bengal has launched a unique human-driven initiative named Gazmitra, Friends of Elephants. Under this scheme, the State Forest Department has started the process of appointing 600 local youth from HEC-prone pockets both in North Bengal as well as in South Bengal as these Gajamithras. NGT asks Kochi Municipal Corporation to pay 100 crore damage compensation. The National Green Tribunal, NGT, has directed the Kochi Municipal Corporation to pay an environmental compensation of 100 crore for the damage to the environment because of its failure to handle solid waste. The bench comprising Chairperson Justice A.K. Goyal, Judicial Member Justice Sudhir Agrawal, an expert member was hearing a matter in which it had initiated suo motu, on its own, proceedings on the basis of a media report on an environmental emergency caused due to a fire at a dump site in Kochi. Kochi city was chalked on account of fire at waste dump site on 2nd March 2023, which led to crisis situation. Warning was issued to the residents to stay indoors and asking the hospitals to prepare emergency admission of patients with respiratory distress to deal with severe air pollution and its worrying public health fallout. Banking Finance RBI's Data Center and Cybersecurity Training Institute to come up in Bhubaneswar. The Governor of the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, Shaktikanta Das, initiated the establishment of a Greenfield Data Center and an Enterprise Computing Cybersecurity Training Institute in Bhubaneswar, Odisha, during a foundation stone-laying ceremony. The new Data Center and Training Institute, which will cover an area of 18.55 acres, will be able to address the emerging needs of the RBI and the financial sector, according to a statement by the central bank. Banks of 18 countries got approval from RBI to do business in rupee. Banks in 18 countries have been permitted by the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, to open special Vostro Rupee account, SVRA, for settlement of payments in Indian rupees. RBI has permitted domestic and foreign AD banks in 60 cases to open SRVAs of banks from 18 countries. Earlier, RBI had for the first time permitted banks to open 05 special rupee trade accounts for trade with Sri Lanka and 12 Vostro accounts for trade in rupee with Russia through the Indian Rupee Trade Settlement Mechanism in December 2022. The process of SVRA was initiated by RBI in July 2022. Under this, it has been decided to make an additional arrangement for invoicing, payment and settlement of exports-imports in Indian rupees. Vostro account. A Vostro account is an account that domestic banks use to provide international banking services to their customers who have global banking needs. Nostro account. Nostro account is an account opened by one bank with another bank. It allows customers to deposit money into another bank account. It is used when a bank does not have any branch abroad. Nostro is a Latin word meaning hour. Suryodaya Small Finance Bank launched Blossom Women's Savings Account. Suryodaya Small Finance Bank announced the launch of Blossom Women's Savings Account with 7% per annum interest rate with monthly interest credit. In addition to this, specially designed Rupee Platinum debit card offering discount on shopping and online purchases will also be available with the account, Suryodaya Small Finance Bank said. The new Mahila Savings Account can be operated through the bank's 571 banking outlets and digital banking platform. Vatek Vabag wins 800 rupees CR World Bank AIIB funded project in Bangladesh. Chennai, Tamil Nadu, based Vatek Vabag Ltd, a water technology firm, has won an 800 crore project funded by the World Bank and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB, in Bangladesh. Vatek Vabag will design, build and operate a sewage treatment plant with a capacity of 200 million litres per day, MLD, in Dhaka, Bangladesh. UBS agrees to buy crisis-hit Credit Suisse for $3.2 billion in historic deal to prevent further turmoil in the global banking system. Swiss authorities have orchestrated a shotgun merger between UBS and Credit Suisse, with UBS agreeing to buy its rival for 3 billion Swiss francs, $3.23 billion, and assuming up to 5.4 billion in losses. RBI infuses ₹1 lakh crore in एक day, highest in 4 years. The RBI infused over ₹1 lakh crore into the banking system, a sign of the tight liquidity that is needed to contain inflation. This is the highest single-day liquidity infusion in over 4 years. Union Cabinet approves listing of IREDA on stock exchange through IPO route. The Union Cabinet approved listing of Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency Ltd, IREDA, on stock exchanges through an initial public offer, IPO, by part sale of government stake in the public sector entity. The aim is to raise funds through issue of fresh equity shares by the IREDA. Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, DIPAM, will drive the listing process. India Post partners with Shiprocket to benefit startups and MSMEs. India Post signed an MoU with Shiprocket to enhance its last-mile delivery services for various e-commerce products. The MoU will provide shipping and last-mile delivery services to Shiprocket's 3 lakh-strong seller base, which includes startups and a large number of small and medium businesses. RBI imposes monetary penalty on HDFC, IGH Holdings for non-compliance. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, on 17 March 2023, imposed a monetary penalty of ₹5 lakh on Housing Development Finance Corporation Limited, HDFC, and ₹11.25 lakh on IGH Holdings Private Limited for non-compliance with certain rules. The IGH Holdings was failed to comply with the statutory requirement of transferring 20% of the net profit for the financial year 2020-21 to the Reserve Fund. Canara Bank introduces RuPay credit card on UPI to leverage the reach of UPI and the strength of credit card products. Canara Bank, in collaboration with National Payments Corporation of India, NPCI, launched the RuPay credit card through UPI using the Bheem app. ICICI Bank offers ecosystem banking for Indian startups. ICICI Bank announced that it offering a comprehensive bouquet of digital and physical solutions to cater to all banking needs of startups across their various life stages. As part of the startup ecosystem banking, the bank has put in place a dedicated team for startups that serves them through an extensive network of branches. Awards recognitions. M.T. Vasudevan Nair awarded Kerala's highest civilian honour. Kerala Governor Arif Muhammad Khan has presented the Maiden Kerala Puraskarangal, the state awards, to eminent personalities on 22 March 2023. Kerala's highest civilian honour Kerala Jyoti was awarded to writer M.T. Vasudevan Nair. RINL wins the national level JSSC Ispat Suraksha Puraskar. RINL Vishakhapatnam received National Level Safety Awards Ispat Suraksha Puraskar during annual award function held at SSO Ranchi and on 22 March 2023 organized by JSSC. RINL Vishakhapatnam also bagged prestigious award for Zero Fatal Accident Involving Contract Labor for the year 2022. US-Argentine researcher wins Abel Prize for Maths. The Abel Prize for Mathematics has been awarded to Argentine-American Luis Cafrelli, an expert in partial differential equations which can explain phenomena ranging from how water flows to population growth. The Abel Prize is awarded annually by the King of Norway to one or more outstanding mathematicians. Bangalore honored with Partnership for Healthy Cities Award 2023 for tobacco control efforts. Bangalore has been awarded the Partnership for Healthy Cities Award 2023 in Uruguay. $150,000 has been provided under this award. The World Health Organization, WHO, announced the award to 5 cities during the Healthy Cities Summit, held in London, which include Vancouver, Canada, Athens, Greece, Mexico City, Montevideo and Bangalore. Changi Airport named the world's best airport 2023. Singapore Changi Airport has once again topped Skytrax's ranking of the world's best airports, which was revealed at the 2023 World Airport Awards ceremony. Indian industrialist Sri Ratan Tata appointed in Order of Australia for Distinguished Service. Ratan Tata, an Indian industrialist and philanthropist, has been named an honorary officer in the General Division of the Order of Australia, AO, for his outstanding contributions to the Australia-India bilateral relationship, specifically in the areas of trade, investment, and philanthropy. Indian-American Mindy Kaling to receive National Humanities Medal from Joe Biden. The White House has announced that U.S. President Joe Biden will bestow the 2021 National Humanities Medals upon several recipients, including Indian-American actress, comedian, and writer Mindy Kaling, also known as Vera Mindy Choklingam. The National Medal of Arts is the most prestigious award granted by the U.S. government to artists, arts advocates, and organizations. Bombay Jayashree chosen for Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award 2023 by Music Academy. Renowned Carnatic vocalist and Padma Shri awardee Bombay Jayashree has been selected for the Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award for 2023 by the Music Academy. The Nritya Kalanidhi Award for Dance has been given to Vasanthalakshmi Narsinghachari. She has specialized in Bharatnatyam and Kuchipudi. Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award. It is considered the highest honor in the field of Carnatic music. It came into existence in 1942. In 1942, it was decided that the composer would be honored with the title of Sangeet Kalanidhi, the award consisting of a gold medal and a Birudu Patra citation. RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das conferred with Governor of the Year award. Reserve Bank Governor Shaktikanta Das has received the Governor of the Year 2023 award by the international publication Central Banking. Appointments. Resignations. Manmeet K. Nanda. The Board of Invest India has appointed Manmeet K. Nanda as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Investment Promotion and Facilitation Body under the Ministry of Commerce. Lalit Kumar Gupta. Lalit Kumar Gupta has been approved as the new Chairman and Managing Director, CMD, of the Cotton Corporation of India, CCI, by the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, ACC. Virat Kohli Luxor Writing Instruments PVT Ltd, a stationery manufacturer, has appointed renowned cricketer Virat Kohli as its latest brand ambassador. Eric Garcetti, former Los Angeles mayor, was announced as the new US ambassador to India. Deepak Mohanty ex-RBI official Deepak Mohanty has been appointed as PFRDA chairman. Sameer Khakar, an experienced actor who had worked in theatre, television, and movies, has passed away. He is most remembered for his portrayal of the character Khopadi in the popular TV series Nukkad. Gianni Infantino was re-elected as FIFA president until 2027 by acclamation, after highlighting his strong financial performance as a reason for keeping a CEO in their position for life. Vimal Kapoor Honeywell International HON announced that company current president and chief operating officer, Vimal Kapoor, will succeed Darius Adamczyk as the new chief executive officer, CEO, effective June 8. MS Dhoni. Viacom18 has appointed MS Dhoni as its brand ambassador to promote digital sports viewing. Dhoni will collaborate with Viacom18 to encourage fans to watch their favorite sports on digital platforms. G. Krishna Kumar Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, BPCL, on 17 March 1923 appointed G. Krishna Kumar as its new chairman managing director. K. Keerthivasan Tata Group's IT services company Tata Consultancy Services, TCS, has chosen K. Keerthivasan as the next CEO and Managing Director on 16 March 2023, after Rajesh Gopinathan resigned from his post as CEO and MD. Ram Sahai Prasad Yadav elected as Nepal's third Vice President. Sports. Pankaj Advani won the Asian Billiards Championship title. Pankaj Advani has won the Asian Billiards Championship title held in Doha, Qatar. On 19 March, Pankaj defeated the defending national champion Brijesh Damani, India, 5-1 to win the title for the second time in a row and 9th overall. Rai Bareli Stadium named after hockey legend Rani Rampal. Rai Bareli's hockey stadium is named after Rani Rampal, the star hockey player of the Indian team. She has become the first female player from India to achieve this feat. Sarbajot Singh wins gold in men's 10 meters air pistol at ISSF World Cup. India's Sarbajot Singh bagged the first gold medal of the ISSF World Cup Shooting Championship in the men's 10 meters air pistol category, held in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh on 22 March 2023. China, South Korea bagged titles. At All England Open, Li Shifeng defeated fellow Chinese shuttler Shi Yuqi to win the men's singles title at the All England Open Badminton Championships in March. South Korea's An Se-young won the women's title. Hima Das and Sisojan win gold in 200 meters and long jump in IGP. Hima Das won the 200 meters race in 23.79 seconds, while long jumper Ansi Sojan won with the best effort of 6.49 meters in the Indian Grand Prix एक athletics event on 20 March 1923. Asif Sheikh wins 2022 Christopher Martin Jenkins Spirit of Cricket Award. Nepalese wicketkeeper batsman Asif Sheikh will be officially presented with the 2022 Christopher Martin Jenkins Spirit of Cricket Award by the MCC and the BBC later this year. The award is presented annually by the Marylebone Cricket Club, MCC, UK in association with the BBC. Sheikh was awarded for his sportsmanship shown in the men's T20 international between Nepal and Ireland in February 2022. Chhattisgarh became overall champion for the 11th time in the 26th All India Forest Sports Competition. Chhattisgarh became overall champion for the 11th time in the 26th All India Forest Sports Competition held at Panchkula, Haryana. In the 26th All India Forest Sports Championship, Chhattisgarh again retained the first position by winning a total of 164 medals, leaving behind its nearest rival Karnataka. MC Mary Kom and Farhan Akhtar become brand ambassadors of Women's World Boxing Championship. The Indira Gandhi Sports Complex in New Delhi will host the IBA Women's World Boxing Championship 2023 from March 15 to 26. Mahindra has been roped in as the title sponsor of the event by the Boxing Federation of India, BFI, while MC Mary Kom and Bollywood actor Farhan Akhtar have been roped in as brand ambassadors. For the third time in the history, India is playing the role as the host country. Rohan Bopanna becomes oldest tennis player to win ATP Masters 1000 title. India's Rohan Bopanna becomes the oldest tennis player to win an ATP Masters 1000 title. Rohan Bopanna, 43, and Matthew Ebden, 35, defeated Wesley Koolhof of the Netherlands and Niels Skupski of Britain 6-3, 2-6, 10-8 in the final in California, United States. Before Bopanna, Canadian Daniel Nestor was the oldest player to win an ATP Masters 1000 title after he clinched the 2015 Cincinnati Masters at the age of 42. Akshadip Singh wins gold in men's 20 km Asian Race Walking Championship. Akshadip Singh secured the gold medal in the men's 20 km event at the Asian Race Walking Championships held in Nomi, Japan, with a timing of 1:20.57. This was a new national record, erasing Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Sandeep Kumar's previous mark of 1:20.16. Hardik Singh and Savita Punia win Hockey India Men's and Women's Player of Year awards. The 24-year-old Hardik beat his illustrious senior players like Manpreet Singh and Harmanpreet Singh to win the coveted award for 2022 named after hockey legend Balbir Singh Sr. at the 5th Hockey India Annual Awards. Midfielder Hardik Singh and goalkeeper Savita Punia were conferred with the Men's and Women's Indian Hockey Player of the Year awards at a glittering ceremony here. Science Technology. Microsoft introduces Bing Image Creator powered by OpenAI's DALL-E in the latest preview of Bing and Edge. Microsoft has added a new functionality called Bing Image Creator, which enables users to generate an image based on their written description by utilizing an enhanced version of OpenAI's DALL-E model. NASA unveils a new spacesuit for its upcoming moon missions. NASA and Texas-based company Axiom Space have revealed a new spacesuit design, and it could be these very suits that are eventually worn by the first woman and person of color to walk on the moon. It is called the AXEMU, Axiom Extravehicular Mobility Unit. It will be worn during the Artemis 3 mission, the program's first moon landing, which is scheduled for 2025. Atal Innovation Mission launches ATL Sarthi to strengthen ecosystem of Atal Tinkering Labs. Atal Innovation Mission Niti Aayog on 14 March launched ATL Sarthi, a comprehensive self-monitoring framework to strengthen the ecosystem of Atal Tinkering Labs, ATL. Atal Tinkering Labs Sarathi will act as a charioteer and enable Atal Tinkering Labs to be efficient and effective. OpenAI announces new generation of AI language model GPT-4. GPT-4, the most recent release of OpenAI's large language model, which powers popular apps like ChatGPT and the new Bing, has been announced. According to San Francisco-based research company OpenAI, GPT-4 is more advanced than the previous version and has been trained on more data, costing more to operate. As per the company, GPT-4 can tackle challenging issues with better accuracy and is more creative and collaborative than ever before. Generative Pre-trained Transformer, GPT, is a deep learning method that uses artificial neural networks to generate writing that resembles that of a person. ChatGPT rival launched in Abu Dhabi with 40 billion parameters. The Technology Innovation Institute, Abu Dhabi, UAE has launched Falcon LLM, a large language model, LLM, with 40 billion parameters, trained on 1 trillion tokens, and built by the AI and Digital Science Research Center's AI Cross Center unit. LLMs have a wide range of applications, including chatbots, virtual assistants, language translation, content generation, and sentiment analysis. Swaya Robotics develops India's first indigenous quadrupedal robot. As part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative, Hyderabad-based Swaya Robotics develops India's first indigenous quadruped, four-legged, robot, exoskeleton, for the defense sector. The indigenous robot and wearable exoskeleton were developed in collaboration with DRDO Labs, Research and Development Establishment, RD, Pune and Defense Bioengineering and Electromedical Laboratory, DBEL, Bangalore as technology demonstrators with their design inputs. Defense. India, UK hold joint maritime exercise Konkan in Arabian Sea. The annual bilateral maritime exercise Konkan between the Indian Navy and UK's Royal Navy was held off the Konkan coast in the Arabian Sea from March. Other exercises between India and UK. Exercise Indradhanush, Air Force Exercise, Ajay Warrior, Joint Military Exercise, Anti-Submarine Craft INS Androth launched, second from the ASW SWC series. The INS Androth, second in a series of 8 anti-submarine warfare shallow watercraft, ASW SWC, was launched in Kolkata. It is built by Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers, GRAC, in Kolkata. The first ship of the series, the INS Arnala, was launched 3 months ago. ISSF Shooting World Cup begins in Bhopal. ISSF Shooting World Cup was inaugurated on March in Bhopal, the capital of Madhya Pradesh. This is the first ever to be held in India outside the national capital of New Delhi. Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, was the chief guest. Luciano Rossi, President, the International Shooting Sport Federation, ISSF, and Raninder Singh, President, National Rifle Association of India, NRAI, were present in the opening ceremony. DRDO organizes workshop on human factors engineering in military platforms. A two-day workshop on human factors engineering in military platforms was inaugurated by the Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan on March in New Delhi. The workshop is being organized by the Defence Institute of Physiology and Allied Sciences, DIPAS, which is a Delhi-based laboratory of the Defence Research and Development Organization, DRDO. The objective of the workshop is to establish a policy framework and practices that ensure the scientific implementation of human factors engineering, HFE, in the defence sector, thus contributing to the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. In Sujata visits Port Maputo, Mozambique. In Sujata, a ship based at Southern Naval Command, Kochi, visited Port Maputo, Mozambique from 19 to 20 March 2023 as a part of overseas deployment. MoU signed for implementation of green hydrogen projects in Army establishments. NTPC Renewable Energy Ltd has signed an MoU with the Indian Army for setting up green hydrogen projects in its establishments on build, own and operate (BOO) model. Indian Navy participates in the third edition of Exercise Sea Dragon 2023 held in the US. The Indian Navy is participating in the third edition of Exercise Sea Dragon 23 feet, a coordinated multilateral ASW exercise being conducted by the US Navy from March 15 से 30, 2023. The exercise will emphasize coordinated anti-submarine warfare among the participating nations. Indian Coast Guard organizes 4th Colombo Security Conclave in Kolkata to discuss challenges in the Indian Ocean region. Indian Coast Guard Region, Northeast, is conducting the 4th edition of Tabletop Exercise under the aegis of Colombo Security Conclave at Kolkata from March to 16, 2023. Apart from the Indian Coast Guard, representatives of the member countries of the Colombo Security Conclave are Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Mauritius. It was organized along with observer countries Bangladesh and Seychelles. Defence Acquisition Council approves proposals worth 70,500 crore for the Armed Forces Indian Coast Guard under by Indian IDDM category. A meeting of Defence Acquisition Council DAC, held on 16 March 2023 under the chairmanship of Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh, has accorded acceptance of necessity (AON) for capital acquisition amounting to over 70,500 crore under by Indian IDDM, indigenously designed, developed and manufactured. Out of the total proposals, Indian Navy proposals constitute more than 56,000 crore, which largely includes indigenous BrahMos missiles, Shakti electronic warfare, EW systems, utility helicopters, maritime, etc. Other proposals include a long-range standoff weapon, LASSO, for the Indian Air Force, IAF, to be designed and developed indigenously and integrated on Su-30 MKI fighters and the indigenous 155 mm 52 caliber advanced towed artillery gun system, ATAGS, along with high mobility vehicles, HMVs, and gun towing vehicles, GTVs, for the Army. AFINDEX. The Indian Army is set to host the second edition of the Africa-India Field Training Exercise, AFINDEX 23, from March to 30, an African Chiefs Conclave on March in Pune. The first Africa-India Field Training Exercise was held in Pune in March. It saw participation from 20 African nations. The first India-Africa Defence Ministers Conclave was held on the sidelines of the DefExpo 2020 in Lucknow. Rank 2023 M3M Hurun Global Rich List of World's Richest People released. Hurun, the world's largest rich list provider, and real estate conglomerate M3M launched the 12th edition of the 2023 M3M Hurun Global Rich List on 22 March 2023. Top Billionaires of the World, Year 2022. 1. Elon Musk, $205 बिलियनर्स, 2 जेफ बेजोस, $188 बिलियनर्स, 3 बर्नार्ड अर्नोल्ट, $153 बिलियनर्स, 4 बिल गेट्स, $124 बिलियनर्स, 5 वॉरेन बफेट, $119 बिलियनर्स. India secured the third position in the world in terms of the number of billionaires, with a total of 187 billionaires. This number is highest in China, 969, USA, 691. Mukesh Ambani placed in ninth position with $82 billion while ranked at 23rd RD position with net worth $53 billion. The World Happiness Report 2023. The 2023 World Happiness Report has been released by the United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network, and it shows that Finland remains the happiest country in the world for the 6th year in a row. India ranked 126. Delhi Airport adjudged Best Airport in South Asia. Skytrax, a UK-based consultancy, awards airports worldwide with the prestigious World Airport Awards based on customer surveys. For the 5th year in a row, Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport, IGIA, has been declared the best airport in the South Asian region. Thus at Global Terrorism Index 2022 released. The Thus at Global Terrorism Index 2022 has been released on 14 March 2023 by the Sydney-based think tank Institute for Economics and Peace, IEP. There is a 9% drop in global deaths from terrorism in the year 2022 to 6,701, that's 38% less than its peak in 2015. Afghanistan topped the index with a score of 8.822. GTI score of India, which was listed at 13th position with high impact of terrorism. Miscellaneous. Ranveer Singh becomes India's most valuable celebrity of the year 2022. Actor Ranveer Singh has been named India's most valuable person, according to a report by corporate investigation and risk advisory consulting firm Kroll. Number 2 is occupied by cricketer Virat Kohli, who has held the top spot for 5 years. The report titled Celebrity Brand Valuation Report 2022 Beyond Mainstream revealed that Singh has a brand value of $181.7 million. Guinness World Records names The Weeknd most popular artist globally. The Weeknd was named the most popular artist in the world according to Guinness World Records on 22 March 2023. The organization awarded the title to the pop star after analyzing the popular streaming platform data of some of the biggest names in the music industry. International Conference on Shared Buddhist Heritage. An international conference on shared Buddhist heritage will be held on March at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. The conference will focus on India's civilizational connection with the Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO) nations 2023. It is the first of its kind event under India's leadership of SCO, for a period of 1 year from 17 September 2022 to September 2023. Sampanna Ramesh Shelar made the record of crossing the Polk Strait in the shortest time. Pune-based swimmer Sampanna Ramesh Shelar has become the fastest Indian in the under-21 group to swim across the Polk Strait from Talaimannar in Sri Lanka to Dhanushkodi in Tamil Nadu in 5 hours 30 minutes. The previous record was 8 hours 26 minutes. First Indian woman to swim two-way across the Polk Strait. Meanwhile, Agartala swimmer Sucheta Deb Burman has become the first Indian woman to swim two-way across the Polk Strait for a distance of 62 kilometers. 2 Indian places included in Time magazine's list of world's greatest places for the year 2023. Time magazine has released its annual list of world's greatest places for the year 2023, and 2 Indian places have made it to the list. The list of 50 places includes 2 Indian places: Mayurbhanj, 32nd, and Ladakh, 31st. 5 major places in the greatest places of the world. 1. Tampa, Florida. 2. Willamette Valley, Oregon. 3. Rio Grande, PR. 4. Tucson, Arizona. 5. Yosemite National Park, California. Book and author. Tamil author Perumal Murugan's novel Pyre longlisted for International Booker Prize 2023. Tamil author Perumal Murugan's novel Pyre is among 13 books from across Asia, Africa, Europe and Latin America to make it to the longlist of the International Booker Prize 2023, announced by the Booker Prize Foundation in London. Bipin, the man behind the uniform, written by Rachna Biswat, a journalist and writer from India, has recently written a book called Bipin, the Man Behind the Uniform. Rawat was India's first Chief of Defence Staff and one of the country's most notable military leaders until he tragically died in a helicopter crash in 2021. Snakes in the Ganga, Breaking India 2.0, authored by Shri Rajiv Malhotra and Mrs. Vijaya Viswanathan. The book Snakes in the Ganga, Breaking India 2.0 authored by Shri Rajiv Malhotra and Mrs. Vijaya Viswanathan has received considerable recognition in India.